Ole honks. This is the finale, the season finale of drawing cards with Nope Nope. And we've got something special prepared, of course, for the big season finale. And we're going to do something that's never been done before. We're going to continue our theme of doing the verses, but this time we're going to do something new to card channels. We're going to open 3. That's right. You got it. You saw it. You named it. You called it. You demanded cards, and we delivered. We're going to open 3 packs of cards. It's never been done before. This has never happened on any card drawing channel before. We're going to start with Tier 1, and we're going to go to the big boys, the Tier 3. And to spice it up, this time we're going to have a team battle. There are 5 cards in this pack, and the first 2 are going to be Team A. The second 2 are going to be Team B. The characters will appear as they are at the age they are depicted on the card as, and we will assume their abilities will be what they would have at that time. So let's begin. Starting the roster on Team A, we have Iruka. Interesting. We see him fight at the very beginning, and he pretty much gets a big shuriken in his back. We never really see him fight again after that. But as these skill charts show, he seem to be an intelligent man. He has intelligence heavily weighted in this category. His other skills are all pretty lame on the skill tree. But interesting to see the peak of intelligence, because that is a deep spike. It's not all the way towards the character written there, but it's pretty far into the black part of the skill chart, which is definitely encouraging for Iruka. Iruka's teammate is going to be this guy, the big roly-poly man, the Sound 4 man. Oh, all the Sound 4 have a yin-yang that's only white. That's kind of interesting. It's kind of unbalanced. It's kind of unhinged. What does this guy do? He turns into a big man, and he punches you real hard. So, that's kind of interesting, because this is not an intelligence fighter. This is a big, strong fighter. Endurance, strength, and punching. So this might not be a bad team. This team kind of makes up for each other's shortcomings. Like, if Iruka was calling the shots, and Roly Poly here was like taking those shots, could be an interesting matchup. They could definitely help each other out a little bit. Their opponents will be Sai, who draws pictures. He's in Root Anbu. I would say he's a more talented shinobi than Iruka is, definitely. His skills are better developed. And he is more of a range fighter, so he is a good counter to the roly-poly punchy man. He may be able to punch Sai's ink drawings into dust, but a ranged fighter is a good option for Team B. And with Sai fighting against these two will be Hinata. Interesting. Hinata is not a ranged fighter. We know her Hyuga talents. Her skill tree is not very impressive here. She's a little bit smart. Obviously, she can use her eyes to sense and observe over long distances. She's very good for tracking and observation and stuff. I think these two, given their skill set, Team B would be an ambush approach. I think they would almost definitely have to ambush this team with the stronger firepower. Depending on how smart Iruka is, he could be able to counter the ambush or expect it or see it coming. But I think Hinata's sensory abilities are going to surpass Iruka's because of her bloodline, because she has the Byakugan. We see the first time Sai is introduced, I think he ambushes Naruto and Sakura with his ink drawings. So that's probably the tactic these guys would take. And if they do manage to close the distance, Hinata would probably engage them in, gentle fist strikes, and Sai would back her up with the range. We don't really know what Iruka can do. We don't know if he has any special abilities, so he's kind of just a guy. We're going to assume that he's going to be sort of directing the roly-poly sound 4-man in this combat, because we can see that his skill would be intelligence if he was bringing anything to the table. So I guess what we're looking at is like two sort of talented shinobi with their own sort of personal quirks, the ink drawing and the Byakugan and Gentle Fist, against like one sort of average guy who's more intelligent and a big punchy man. I think usually the ranged shinobi seem to have the advantage in these fights. I don't know if this guy has any ranged options. I remember during this Choji fight, he just turns into a big, scary curse seal guy, which I guess he can use in this fight. He would be able to curse seal his way to greater power. Well, let me know in the comments who you think would win this fight. This is an interesting concept. I like the Team A versus Team B a lot, because it brings up a lot of interesting scenarios. I'm kind of leaning towards Team B. It's partly just because I like Hinata more than Iruka and Roly Poly Man. But, I don't know. Would they be able to take down Curse Seal 2? Curse Seal 2 is not nothing. Curse Seal 2 is fairly scary. That said, Choji did beat this guy as a child, so that's something to consider too. Sai and Hinata are adults. He did lose to Choji as a child. Choji also kind of lost that fight because he went catatonic, he almost died. But this guy was defeated by Genin Choji, who is by no means a strong character. So I'm going to give it to Team B for this one, I think. I think based on the feats and the wins and the losses and stuff, that's what we'll have to go with. Hinata has some cool moves. She has the double puffy blue dragons in her fists that we never see her actually use against anyone. She runs at pain with those things on her hands, and she gets immediately one shot. I wonder what can we do with the fifth card in the pack. If there's Team A and Team B, maybe the fifth card has to be the judge or something. Oh, a beautiful SR Kakashi, which we don't have yet. We have a lot of SR Kakashi now. This is maybe our fourth or fifth SR, and they're all different. All the SR Kakashis are great. Sad that I don't have an SSR of him yet. I think it's probably good Kakashi was not included in that Team A, Team B fight, because I think he would have tipped the scales heavily one way or the other, since we know he's a famous man. He's copied 1,000 jutsus. We don't see him use 1,000 jutsus. We see him use maybe like 3 techniques in the show, or in the manga, comic, whatever. But that's what they say. They say he's copied 1,000 jutsus. Has he really? I hope so. I like Kakashi. He seems, in the run of the comic and show, that he's maybe kind of a little overplayed. Like, he's maybe not as strong as his reputation suggests, but I like to think that he is that strong. I like to think he is number one. Lots of other people, I think, would agree with me, because Kakashi is just so dang cool. And he gets that crazy power-up at the end of the war arc. But regardless, great card. Let's go Naruto. This is going to be a long video. We're already at 8 minutes. It's fine. It's going to be a big one. Didn't YouTube cap videos at 10 minutes back in the day, or 15 minutes? Have they stopped doing that? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. All right. For the Naruto pack, Team A. A new Kiba SR. Don't have this one. Love his leather jacket when he grows up. I can predict that Kiba does not have a lot of intelligence as a fighter. Let's see if that's true. Boy, is that ever true. Okay. Kind of like the roly-poly sound 4 guy, Kiba is all about, well, he's very fast, which is good. Speed is a great thing to have for a shinobi. He has a little bit of ninjutsu magic. Not a lot else going on here. He's really just a fast man. We know that he turns into a dog and spins, and that's kind of his main thing. Or turning into a 2-headed dog, or, even better, a 3-headed dog. so Kiba's utility is pretty limited, except um, in terms of like what he can do, he's pretty much just smashing into things. If you can set up a scenario in which that's good, then terrific. If not, then you might be at a disadvantage with Kiba. Who is on Kiba's side? It's a beautiful SSR of Sasuke. Wow. Oh, he's got his Susanoo in the background. Oh boy. Oh boy. This looks like a UR almost, or like an OR. This is beautiful. This is a truly beautiful SSR of Sasuke. Just magnificent. We do not have this card. This is a brand new SSR pull. I like the SSR Sasuke's a lot. They're very pretty. The purple and the blue, I just like purple and blue together. His Susanoo looks great. Well, this is going to dramatically increase Kiba's chances. Sasuke is one of the strongest ninjas. We might not like to hear it, depending on how you feel about the Sauce Boy. But certainly at this point, when he does have Susanoo, it's just such an unbeatable technique. Like, you really can't win against Susanoo unless you have incredible Ninetales level of firepower. It's an invincible shield, There's really no breaking it. You see the Mizukage like melt the rib cage of Susanoo a little bit, so it seems like her special ability maybe could defeat a Susanoo. Most people do not have the firepower to do that, unless you're a Kage or something. Let's see who is up against this very powerful Team A. Child Choji, there he is. You guys are screwed. Child Choji is, he's going to squish him. He's going to roll up into a ball and squish you. There's no two ways around it. All right, we might have to stack Team B a little bit with the 5th card in this run. Let's see what we get. Now, Jugo is a strong man. You see Jugo turn into a curse man and fight the Raikage and take a big hit from him and totally shrug it off. So I guess he has... Holy, his skill tree is very big. He's a very powerful man, actually. He has a very high speed level. Is he even like a ninja, or is he just a monster? He has really good ninjutsu. I don't know that he does any ninjutsu necessarily. He just transforms into a monster and like shoots cannons out of his face. Great at taijutsu, obviously. Like, having any genjutsu on Jugo, that doesn't make sense to me, frankly. I'm not even sure if he knows techniques or if he's just like, his blood is like really unique. And that's why Orochimaru likes him. This increases Choji's chances a lot, and certainly I think Jugo could take Kiba without any trouble. But we know that Sasuke can use Genjutsu from his Sharingan on Jugo to reduce his sort of curse seal and keep him under control. We saw that in their first meeting, so it is unlikely that Team B would take this. Let's have a Chibi final edition here. Sasuke versus Sasuke, eh? Sauce on sauce. The ultimate battle. I think this increases Team B's chances. They now have a Sasuke on their own team. Is he as good? It's hard to say. I guess this would be an earlier Sasuke. Not one that has the Susanoo yet. Not one that has the Mangekyo yet. He was still strong, but I think at the end of the day, there's just like this Susanoo is so completely ridiculous and broken that even if all 4 of these guys were fighting against Sasuke, himself included, I don't think you have a shot. This is a beautiful card. Okay. Team A takes it, and Kiba just gets a lucky win. He's happy to be included. He'll take that win. He'll take that as a completed mission. All right, cool. So far we've got a cool Kakashi, we've got a great Sasuke. Let's go for the last pack here. And I like that. We'll put the 5th card on whoever seems like hopelessly outclassed. Whichever team seems hopelessly outclassed. There's a Sauce Boy. He's an SR. Um, he's got this, ooh, Chi Ha fan. Really impressive skill tree, like really deep into the dark outer ring of the skill tree for ninjutsu. Like I'm basically a master of speed as well. I don't think it extends any further than that. He's a master of those two categories at least. Um, when would this be? I guess this is after he kills his brother. I guess he has the manga KO. Um, he could do a Madrasu and other stuff. Maybe he doesn't have the Susanoo yet though. Um, I guess this is still for Team A. Oh, geez, Kakashi and Sasuke. This is going to be a very difficult team to take. Kakashi, as we know, one of the all-timers. Um, in a rare, I think we have this before. This is kind of a nice background. He's standing in this misty forest. Um, really a pleasant card. Kakashi's skill tree is exactly what it should be. Just complete dominance, total mastery of hand seals, ninjutsu. Intelligence is very high, maybe not at perfect levels, and speed is very high as well. For an all-time Jonin. All right, we're going to pull some dumb little kid to fight these guys, I'm sure. We'll go 3 cards, almost definitely 3 cards. Dumb little kid. A baby sauce. This is when he shows up for the Chunin exams. He's got Chidori, but he can only do 2 a day. And he has a curse mark. I guess this guy does not have a curse mark any longer. Only curse mark level 1 though. Backing young Sauce Boy up, it is, holy shit. What am I looking at? All right, I have a sinking suspicion that this is old Sasuke, but from Boruto, which, as you know, is terrible. Could this be a Boruto card? What the hell? What the hell? His eye, no, his hair is covering his most powerful eye. I'm feeling like this is a Sauce Boy. Am I right about this? I think this is Boruto Sauce Boy. This is kind of a shame to have such a good character in an AR, but from Boruto. It is kind of cool nonetheless. I mean, he is one of the characters, the main characters from the original series, so it's a bit less bad for that reason. But geez, I didn't know they were doing Boruto cards in ARs. This is a bit of a shock. He's got the perfect Susanoo back there. I mean, this is hard to speak to just because of how weird and fucked up Boruto is. Like, at this point, this character should be like a complete god, like more powerful than anything could ever hope, like possibly to be. And yet, I guess he kind of sucks in the show, is my impression. Like, he doesn't use his Rinnegan. He doesn't use any of his good abilities. He just kind of like gets bodied by everything. It's very confusing. I don't know much about Boruto, but I know it's not good. Well, I don't even know who to give the transparent card to now. This is kind of like, these are 2 incredible guys, and this should be the most powerful guy, you could ever be. The transparent rare is a beautiful TGR of Itachi with a little crow. Very pretty. Would this guy tip the scales one way or the other? Probably he would. I think whichever team he would be on, the opposing Sauce Boy would probably fold because of his sort of reluctance around Itachi and general sort of emotionally charged reaction to having to fight his older brother. If Itachi was actually trying to win this fight, or at least subdue the Sauce Boy. So the winner is Itachi Uchiha, as it should be. So a lot of interesting draws here. We've got this old Sasuke AR, which is a very confusing card. I feel very conflicted about this. We have a beautiful SSR, purple and blue, fabulous card. Even if SSR isn't that rare, I think that's the best card that we drew. We've got a great new Kakashi, a great new SR Kakashi. A new Kiba, actually. A new Kiba SR. This was a very wonderful pull. And I think I have this Sauce Boy. So lots of fun things to do. Very fun first fight with Roly Poly Soundboy, Aruka versus Hinata and Sai. I like that format a lot. It's very fun. And here are those. Do we have this already? I don't think we have that. Transparent Rare of Sauce Boy. Also a new pull. And then we have all of these juicy doubles that are up for grabs. So keep an eye on them doubles. Because they're coming for you. All right, 20 minutes, our longest video. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. That was the season finale. We opened 3 packs of cards, never been done before. No card channel will ever emulate the sheer number of cards that we talked about this time. Well, hope you enjoyed this channel. Stay tuned for our premiere of next season of Card Draws with a wacky box of Tier 4. That's right, the first time ever Tier 4 will be coming at you. Stay tuned and stay cool.